just noodling around a little bit, playing around here. Guys, welcome back. This is Eric here with Guitarsenal, and today we're going to be checking out a really cool analog effect from AnalogMan. Mike over at AnalogMan. This is the dual analog delay, and it is a really killer delay. Chad schooled me on it a bit. This is a delay that he picked up. It does utilize the Bucket Brigade chip in it, and it gives a very warm analog sound. They're very highly desirable pedals, and that particular chipset is a very highly desirable chip to use in these types of pedals. They're very warm sounding. They're very juicy. Get some really nice sounds going on. Basically, you have a 2-channel delay, and each set of parameters is adjustable as you wish. Channel B allows the use of an expression pedal to change the amount of delay that you're working with, your delay rate, okay? And we've got channel A set up for a splash of slapback. So in the intro there, I was playing those kind of spanky chords and getting into the... Here's without. We do have a splash of reverb on the super reverb over there. We've got a 72 gold top going into a 68 super reverb. Okay, with the slapback. So it just hits the front end just a bit with a little bit of slapback. That's just particularly how I have this set up. You could set up either channel for any amount of delay you want. You could have a long delay on channel A. Maybe you have an ambient sort of acoustic sound you use, or a bass guitar sound, or whatever, or regular guitar sound, that you have a slightly longer delay. Now, you don't get to utilize both channels at the same time, so you can't really set it up as like a dual delay where you have a stacked kind of delay sound. That's one minor kind of difference that I feel this pedal maybe loses just a few points in my book. It would be nice to be able to engage both the delay channels at the same time. I would imagine that would also require the use of 2 chips. I'm assuming this just uses a single Bucket Brigade. So if you were to have 2 channels, you may have to have 2 chips. I'm just guessing there, okay? Don't throw me under the bus, guys. I'm not a technical wizard. I just play guitar. But that's my take on it. Channel A is set up for a slapback. Channel B is set up for a little bit more of a... kind of a long delay. All right, we have a Roland EV5 expression pedal. I'm going to manipulate this expression pedal to give you guys an idea of the amount of sweep of delay sounds. It can get in some pretty silly territory. This pedal also utilizes essentially an effects loop function that allows you to put any type of effect into its built-in effects loop that you want. And in this case, we have the effects loop set up with a chorus pedal. It's actually the Wazacraft CE2 that we've already done a video on, but we'll integrate that into it. The cool thing about the Wazacraft CE2 that we have in our effects loop here is that it only affects the wet signal of the pedal, which is really cool. Okay, so it has its own little built-in effects loop. Maybe it's an effect that you don't use very often, or maybe it's an effect that you only use when your delay's engaged. It kind of has it all right there together, and it's almost sort of in a way a true bypass loop, so it also gets that pedal kind of out of your signal, which is kind of neat. All right, so let's hear the ramp up and ramp down of the, and I'm just running the expression pedal off here to the left. And obviously, as you manipulate the pedal, it takes the effect a little bit of time to catch back up to where you change it to. All right. Okay, so it kind of catches up to you there a little bit. So it allows you to manipulate the pedal in real time. Say you're on stage and you're playing a tune and you want to be able to change your delay speed. You can do that without having to bend over and fool around with the pedal on a stage. So you obviously have a bypass on and off that just disengages the pedal. And then obviously the Wazacraft CE2 it still turns on and off just like normal. It's still the pedal itself, it's just in a true bypass loop. So here is our slightly longer delay sound, but now we've got a chorus added in there, which gives it a just really nice ringing characteristic, and it has a very different sound, very much like if you were to run the CE2 through the effects loop of the amplifier. It behaves with the front end of the amp just a little bit differently. Although this is an effects loop that's within a pedal, it's still going into the front end of the amp, but it's very much in that way. The way it responds to your playing is very much an effects loopish kind of sound, which may or may not be for everybody. Lots of sustain, really, really nice sound with the chorus effect. Now, that chorus could be replaced with any other effect you want. You could put a phaser, a flanger, anything else. I would suggest modulations in that effects loop with the delay, and it can be something that, you know, anything you want, okay? You can run whatever you want, but we just put the chorus in there just so you could hear it. So, wet signal on the amp or dry signal on the amp. This is no effects, just straight into the super. You know, that kind of thing. All right. And then back into the wet sound. I'm going to turn that off for a second. So there's our loop that we recorded with just a slight tail off there, okay, with the delay. So now what I'll do is I'll take the expression pedal and I'll make that delay a little longer, okay, just to give us a little more tail off. And since we're cheating, we're in fantasy land here, we're not in a stage situation, let's hear what that sounds like with the AT. This is a JHS AT a distortion pedal. All right, cool. I like that. Okay, so now let's add the chorus on there just to give it sort of an 80s kind of flair, like almost like, ooh, that's a little silly. All right, maybe not so much. Let's turn the chorus off. That's okay. We have that ability to do what we want. Let's re-engage the loop. Now we have a longer delay over our shorter delay that we use for the rhythm track. And I'm in C, so I'll play some crap in C. We'll have some fun. So back with that. And Okay, so you got a little bit of ambience there and a little bit of space in between the notes. And that's kind of what delays really are meant to do, okay? That's pretty much the unit in a nutshell. You can get into self-oscillation mode totally. Tell you what, we'll turn the feedback up on channel 2. Listen to this. We can certainly get it to where it oscillates. I'll lengthen that delay all the way out. And I'll just hit a few dirty notes with the at pedal. And we'll see what you guys can hear what we're talking about here. All right, so with the feedback turned up, obviously you have a level control, feedback, and then your overall time, your delay time. And those parameters are for each individual channel, okay? We're on channel 2. I've got the feedback up a pretty good bit. I had it low so that our repeats that add in kind of tail off a little bit. It can get a little bit washy and spacey depending on the desired sound. But let's add some more feedback so you can hear a little bit of self-oscillation. It's going to get a little weird here. Just give me a second. So see, if you have the feedback high and you change the rate of the delay wave, then you actually change the pitch, because it takes this unit, because it is analog, it takes it a while to kind of catch up with you. So you can get some sort of spacey sounds if that's your desire. So if I went, I don't know. You can get into some silly stuff. I mean, you know, you can get some kind of silly, spacey sounds if that's your desire. Just to give you an idea of the amount of feedback this thing really does have, it will self-oscillate if that's the desired route. I know I'm just sort of making some racket, but it's just to give you an idea of the way those oscillations can occur. We'll get the feedback kind of back down a little bit. I really do like the use of delays in my playing. I think that they really provide a lot of flexibility, and it gives a little bit of airiness and space between the notes and allow the notes to really sort of dance off the fretboard in a way that a dry signal just can't replicate. You get a good amplifier that's pushing a bit, especially with a bit of drive, and a little splash of delay going, you get a little reverb going. It kind of builds an ambience that I feel belongs in music. I think that a lot of these notes just have a very pleasing sound when they're, you know, taken in that way. So very cool. You can see the rate. The lights flashing gives you an idea of the rate, okay? So if I slow the rate down, those lights will move slower. As I heel the pedal down or heel the pedal forward, those lights will speed up. And all I have to do, I mean, just... So the faster those lights go, obviously the faster your speed is there. So really cool stuff. Guys, thank you for watching today's video. We hope you learned something from this. These pedals are pretty desirable. They're kind of hard to get. Chad had to really go out of his way to find this pedal. He found it up at Atlanta Discount Music. Those guys were able to take care of him, and he's able to get it. And this is something he intends to integrate maybe into his bass rig later. So really, really cool piece of hardware. Guys, thanks for watching today's video. I know we made a little bit of racket in this video outside of the norm what you're used to hearing, but we're trying to kind of show you what these sounds can really get out of this particular thing. So thank you very much, guys. Remember, we post every Monday and every Friday here on Guitarsenal. Make sure you click that notification bell so you're getting our videos. I really love playing around with delays, so I'll never waste an opportunity to make some racket with one of these things. Cool beans. I'll make a little bit more noise and we're going to let you guys get back to your day. All right. Very neat. Guys, have a good day. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you watching.